Welcome back, Ballroom Dance friends. Okay, today's Hot Ballroom Dance Tea Chat. I have some tips to share for maximizing your enjoyment and fulfillment in your ballroom dance career, whether that be a professional path, whether that be a competitor path as a pro-am or amateur couple, or just a social dancer, though most of our friends here on our channel are competitors. So number one tip, clearly express to your coach what your goals are. Do you want to compete? If not, tell your pro. Don't spend money that is not going to help you fulfill your goals. If you do want to compete, what are your goals? Don't be afraid to say them, even if you feel stupid, like, well, I'm a beginner, but I want to be a champion. For Pete's sake, say something. Okay, first of all, we are a lot more likely than you are to know the path to that end goal. We're kind of like your Sherpa going up Mount Everest, okay? And it helps us to know what your goal is. Is your goal to get to the base camp? Is there a certain path you want to take up Everest? Otherwise, we might just ramrod you up Everest and you're going to do something and expend all this time and money accomplishing something that you're not really interested in. Maybe you just want to learn all the gold figures. Please clarify to your pro what your goals are, because we want to see you achieve your goals, and we can't if we don't know what that is. We're not psychic, okay? You're not paying us to do what we want with you. You're paying us to make the most positive, life-enhancing experience we can for you. That's what floats our boat as pros, okay? Number two, know there will be hills and there will be valleys in your dancing. Year to year, and especially month to month, day to day, comp to comp, lesson to lesson, okay? You're going to have wins and you're going to have losses. But as you go up the ranks, you end up just nudging your way up, guys. Dance sport is a marathon. It's not a sprint. No one in the history of dance has won their way to the top. Every single one of us, yes, that includes your pro, that includes me, started as a newcomer amateur, okay? No one I know ever, even a world champion has won every comp. Hasn't happened, okay? You won't either. You are a human being. And so if you stick with it and accept that and know that it is just another step on that ladder to the top, okay? Don't be discouraged, okay? It happens to all of us. And however bad you think you are, the very fact that you know even one step in a ballroom dance makes half the world envy you, okay? There's always someone looking up to you, just like naturally you're looking up to other people. Because guess what? Until you're number one in the world, you're probably looking up to other people. And when you are number one in the world, you're idolizing your coaches. Like there's always, someone that you're chasing. That's normal, okay? Next up. In my opinion, even when you have those bad days, dancing has scientifically proven physical, emotional, intellectual benefits to you. Okay, so you're winning the war. You might lose a game, but you're winning the war. Promise you that, okay? Okay, final recommendation, social dance. I don't care how awesome of a competitor you think you are. Obviously, if you're a professional dancer, this is different because dancing, we are reliant on our bodies and we get tired physically and then we don't want to injure ourselves and not be able to, pay our rent. But certainly if you're an amateur competitor, this is going to help you become a better competitor in terms of lead and follow, sensitivity to your partner's center, your balance, your fitness. But honestly, in my opinion, even more important in terms of like fulfillment, and happiness, statistically, most people do not have the same partner their entire life, whether that be amateur or pro-am, okay? Things happen. People move. People argue. One person gets a romantic partner that doesn't like them to spend time with that other dance partner. Things happen. People, and when that happens, your career will come to a fiery car crash end unless you social dance too. Because guess what? You are going to be able to kind of scratch that dancing itch regardless of the comps. And in my experience, I love social dancing. I'm not there to be impressed. I just enjoy going and talking, and we make lifelong friends there, guys. I'm friends with people now who I met my very first year social dancing, okay? And even though, maybe most of them never entered, the competition world, we're still friends, guys. Ballroom dancers not only have a shared passion and love for what we do, which is great, right off the bat, as friends, you have a massive something in common, okay? But generally, in my experience, and I've danced around the world, and I've only social danced in the United States and England, but hey, give me a shout out in the comments if you're from another area of the world. I'm curious if you even have social dance opportunities. Certainly in the United States, we have a ton of social dance opportunities, and I love that here. And there are in England as well. Not sure about the rest of the world. Anyway, regardless of if it's social dancing, and with some exceptions I've shared about Blackpool in previous videos, the vast majority of ballroom dancers are extremely honest people. And I have some theories behind this. I'm no psychologist or sociologist, but first of all, ballroom dancing, it ain't cheap. So for a fact, they're probably financially well off. They have zero incentive to steal from you. Secondly, I've never known a ballroom dancer with an addiction to gambling or drugs or anything like that. Because we're spending all our time and money ballroom dancing. And, again, I'm no expert, but it seems to me that people with any sort of addiction, that comes with a whole lot of ugly baggage with it that ballroom dancers don't have. And we're all running off those endorphins of physical health, emotional health, intellectual well-being. So we have a lot to offer each other as friends, right? And you know what? It can be devastating if you lose your partner or you suffer a career-ending injury. And it does happen. Happens to pros, happens to amateurs. But your dance life won't end if you enhance it with that social dancing, okay? So anyway, friends, that's my 2 cents. Those are my 3 top suggestions for making the most out of your ballroom dance life. And hey, I love hearing your perspectives. If you disagree with me, please say so. I never delete your comments. I love them. They're fascinating. And if you have additional suggestions, please share. Every time I finish one of these videos, I'm like, oh my God, I could have talked about that for 30 hours. But I don't want to bore you. So anyway, guys, I look forward to seeing you first thing tomorrow with some more things of ballroom dance. Thanks for joining me today. Have an awesome day and happy dancing. Bye.